Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh no, it's typing. Shh. Don't type. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Why is it typing? Happy Friday. We have a little bit of a different background today, right? Hey, Steve. Hey, Macy. I am sitting in a house that I have been renovating for 8 months. 8 long months in Staten Island. Well, I wasn't personally renovating it. Somebody else was, obviously, right? Because I'm not renovating. And we have officially been done with the renovating. My computer's like listening to everything I'm saying right now, and I don't know why. Because I clearly shut off the speaker. Okay, so yeah, I'm sitting in a house right now. I have a professional stager coming to give me a quote. I want the whole house staged, and yeah, it's very dusty. It just got painted, so it looks really good. But yeah, we are in Toad Hill this Staten Island morning. So, all right, my name is allisonmireau. If you're new here, I sell real estate in Staten Island and New Jersey, and I'm the broker owner of Real Connect Realty. I just said that backwards. I think I'm still a little tired. So if anybody has any questions with homeowners in Staten Island, moving to New Jersey, selling in New Jersey, we do this every single Friday. My specialty is luxury homes and helping homeowners sell in Staten Island and move to New Jersey because I did it. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know, and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. And I will get into some of the questions I got this week. I'm just warning you right now, the questions are not that fun. But this is what you wanted to know. The people spoke. All right, so one of the questions were taxes and why are Jersey taxes so high? Lord, I don't know. Nobody wants to know what my taxes are, okay? I'm telling you, when the tax bill came in, I cried. I actually went into my shower in the cold. They went up like $8,000, and I was just like, what? And it was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, they are higher. So I actually did a little bit of got some numbers for you because I didn't want to say anything wrong. But this New Jersey has the highest taxes in all of the U.S. Well, one of the largest tax brackets in all of the U.S. Their rate for non-owner occupied housing is 2.08. That was in 2024, and it reached 9,803. Estimated for smaller size houses. I can tell you mine is more than double that, okay? Jersey is just higher in taxes. It increased 300 each year. And these are all from notable websites, right? Because I didn't want to, I'm not gonna just make numbers up, right? I need to do my homework on this. So the state possesses a progressive income tax system with ranging from 1.4 to 10.75. Again, remember, New Jersey is the highest tax bracket. A married couple filing jointly have taxable incomes between 150 to 500. They're taxed at 6.37%. It's a lot, I know. The sales tax in New Jersey is actually 6.60. The corporate tax is 6.5 to 9.4. Governor Phil Murphy just reinstated a 2.5 surtax on corporate income above 10 million. That happens this year. I know. This is boring, guys, but this is what you asked for. This is what you asked for. And it's important to know. So, now let's talk about, this house it's echoing. You hear the echo? In 2017, the SALT, the state and local tax deductibles. This applies for both places, actually. It's a deduction up to $10,000. So you have up to $10,000 you can deduct for your taxes when it comes to your household income and things for your house. Now you have personal exemptions, dependent exemptions, tax, state and local, and income exemptions. Now for the biggest question I got was Social Security, your pension. So if you are moving from New York to New Jersey and you're not subject to pension in New York, once you move to New Jersey, you are, but you're not gonna get taxed at the bigger part of it. That's actually all my tax accountant told me I'm allowed to say on here. He wants me to either tell you to speak to your accountant because there are certain exemptions, but each person and each family is going to have different exemptions. So speak to your tax accountant when you are moving from New York to New Jersey with that pension, because again, there's different criterias and there's different brackets you can be put in for that. But that is definitely something that you are going to want to think of before you move from Staten Island to New Jersey, just so you know, right? You don't want to move to New Jersey and all of a sudden you counted on your entire pension, but a fraction of it is going to get taxed for the most part, unless, you're a veteran or you're over the age of 65 and, yada, yada. But speak to your tax accountant definitely for that. Now, there was one other one. Okay, so in New Jersey, certain types of income tax, like interest from municipal bonds, may be exempt from federal income taxes. I did not know that. I actually looked that up. I found it when I was doing research to make sure I gave you the right numbers. So, that's pretty cool, right? But yes, taxes are definitely higher in New Jersey. So what I will tell you about also taxes, the closer you are to New York City, the higher your taxes are going to be. The further out you're in Jersey, and now I'm talking, I don't want to say boondocks, but I'm going to say boondocks, like closer to Pennsylvania, they are less, right? I've shown houses that are $500,000-$600,000, and their taxes were similar to Staten Island's, where they're like 3, 4, 5, right? But I've also shown homes that are $500,000, and their taxes are $15,000. So it's going to be all depending on where you are in New Jersey. And for my Staten Islanders, your taxes are going to be high if you're going to go to any of those sections that Staten Island tends to go to. The last couple transactions, we went to Monmouth County, Union County. Well, I don't personally do Union County or Essex County. I have a team member that does over there. So I have sold in both of those areas. Taxes are high. Me personally, Somerset, Monmouth, and Middlesex, I'll do. Essex and Union are just further out, and it's just not practical for me to do those. But those are the 5 counties, and Ocean County too. Those are the main counties that Staten Islanders go to, and there is 21 counties in New Jersey. 21. Could you imagine? That's how big Jersey is. If you hear of a real estate agent telling you that they do 21 counties, they're full of shit. Okay, full of shit. 21 counties is so much. Oh my goodness. Does anybody have any questions for me? Hey, Di. So let's talk about the different counties, because that was another question I got. So Monmouth County, that's the big one, right? That's the one everybody goes to. That's Manalapan, that's Freehold, that's Monroe. Monmouth County, you can get to in about, let's say, 30 minutes from Staten Island. That's where you have suburban, right? And then you have houses closer together. So you have both. You have shopping on one side, and then Monmouth South. When you go 20 more minutes into Monmouth, that's where you're going to get more of the bigger houses with the septic tanks and the well, and that because you have more land, right? Monmouth County also is by the water, and Monmouth County is bordering, so Monmouth County's here, Middlesex, and then Ocean. So you're driving through Monmouth County, Ocean County, Point Pleasant, right? Belmar, all of those, okay? Long Branch, LBI, down that way. A Brick, Tom's River, they have a lot of 55 and older communities. Another 55 and older community, an area that has a lot of them is Monroe. Monroe has an extensive amount. I think besides Tom's River, one of the biggest, definitely one of the biggest that you could pick, right, in Monroe. They have everything ranging from 200,000, 300,000, all the way up to over $1 million. We were just in one in Manalapan that was, the Toll Brothers built it. Beautiful community, by the way. But they were like $1.3 million, and that was without upgrades, without you picking what you wanted. So they do have a variety of 55 and older. Staten Island only has one, and it's the Tides. The Tides are in Charleston. If you don't know where Charleston is, it's by Tottenville. And again, there's only one. That's why a lot of people, when they downsize or right size, right? Right size is a word too. Diane, one of the agents in my company, taught me about this word. Because, I don't specialize in downsizing or right sizing. She does. And I was like, wow, I love that word, right sizing. That's awesome. Because people don't just downsize. I'm telling you right now, these Toll Brother ones in New Jersey and Manalapan, that is not a downsize. That is a right luxury size, okay? Beautiful, beautiful. But then some people do want to right size for them, right? I don't want to say downsize anymore. Right size for them, and there's one floor. So those are the type of houses for 55 and older. That was a question I got. Okay, Middlesex County. Middlesex County is, So say this is Staten Island, Middlesex County is like, actually say this is Staten Island, right? This is Staten Island, this is the outer bridge. Middlesex County is like a sea surrounding Staten Island. It is the closest to transportation and the proximity to New York City. You have Woodbridge, Fords, Islington, Colonial, believe it or not, Aberdeen, is it Aberdeen? Not Aberdeen, Spotswood, those are in Middlesex. People think they're in Monmouth. No, they're not. They're in Middlesex. Old Bridge is in Middlesex County. It's not in Monmouth, technically, like by the map. It's in Middlesex County. You have Islington, Metuchen, Edison. These are all really nice areas right around the bridge. I was in Fords for about a year and a half while my house was being built in Somerset. I'm telling you right now, it took me 5 minutes to get over the bridge. Like, and Fords is one of the areas that are right there, like right. If you know where Walmart is, when you come over the bridge, there's that Walmart. There used to be a pizzeria, now it's a Chick-fil-A. If you didn't know there was a Chick-fil-A, you're welcome because it's right over the bridge. So the Chick-fil-A is in that plaza. Fords is like 2 seconds from there. That's where my husband's lawnmower, the first location is. The second one's in Piscataway. Piscataway is also a great area, great schools, and that's in Middlesex County. South Plainfield, where the house I have listed is that renovated one with the 4 bedrooms. Again, it's a C right around the outer bridge. Then we have Union County. I don't go to Union County. Again, Essex or Union County, I rarely go to. And those are closer to the Goethals Bridge and the Bayonne Bridge. I do have a property coming up in Irvington that is in Essex, Union County. That'll be listed probably in like 3 weeks, maybe. We're just fixing a couple things first, and then that's going to be listed. But that's in Union County and Essex County. There was another one. It'll come to me. There was like Westfield. Like that's Union County, Westfield, where I used to get my lashes done on in Cranford. Is it Cranford? No, I think it was in Westfield. Cranford. And a really pretty area. Really Glow Beauty Bars there. Really nice downtown area. Shout out to Carly. She was the best lash lady. Well, girl, she's not, old. And then we have Ocean County. Ocean County is another one. I basically just picked the top 5 that I've sold in. And these are the only ones I get asked about because my clientele is coming from either Brooklyn or Staten Island, right? I do have clientele in Jersey going in, like Jersey to Jersey, but they usually stay in their areas, or they'll go from like something smaller to something bigger. Like they'll go from that 6'7" to like that 1'4", 1'5", because that's just what this is like my clientele. So Ocean County is again by the beach, right? Ocean Beach, Point Pleasant, LBI. That's where Ocean County is. When people go to Ocean County, it's for higher ends, or they're going down to the 55 and older. So that was the there was one more question. Does anybody have any questions for me? If you're new on here, my name is Allison Mireau. I am a broker in Staten Island, New York with a dual license in New Jersey, and I specialize in homeowners selling in Staten Island and moving to New Jersey in the luxury section. As you see, I'm sitting in one right now, waiting for my stager. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. And we do these every Friday, and then we post them. So let's see. I'm actually going to post the one from last week because there was a lot of good information in there for this week, and then I'm going to post this one like in a couple days. So, and if you go to moving from Staten Island to New Jersey, we just created a Facebook. We post on there every single day. There's a lot of resources and tools there. If you comment words like transportation, relocation, connect, you're going to get all the guides. I should probably just announce this now. We're going to be having webinars I think we're going to do once a month, a live webinar. I'm building that out right now, and then you guys could join it, whoever. If you're thinking of selling or you just want information, we are going to do that live webinar with guest speakers on it, and I'm probably going to start that in December, I think, because we're in the middle of building that out now. I think I just said that. Oh, also, this is actually important for you guys to know, in Real Connect Realty, we just put a vendor in our system for financial planning and 401ks and all of that stuff. So you're going to, and it's for free, like we're going to be able to help our clients that way. So you're going to be able to speak to people about when you move your money around from one spot to another, when you're selling or buying. And again, that's included in everything we do. So let's go to the last bunch of questions. Somebody asked me how much money do they need to relocate? Now, if you're relocating from Staten Island to New Jersey, the factors that you have to think about are the taxes. And if you are planning on renovating, if you go to a house in Jersey, like say you're going to, and that's anywhere, right? The only difference between moving from Staten Island to Staten Island or Staten Island to, I don't know, anywhere, or Jersey to Jersey is the property taxes is something that you're gonna have to budget for, right? Budget property taxes. And if you're commuting back from Jersey to Staten Island, you're easy pass, right? Like your gas, you're gonna have to budget for that. And you're gonna have to know those things, because if you're living in Staten Island right now and you don't have to go to Jersey, you're not gonna have that big easy pass bill or that gas bill or property taxes, right? So those are the important things. Listen, you're gonna have moving costs either way, right? You're gonna have moving costs if you sell in Staten Island. Even if you move 3 blocks away, they're gonna be moving costs. So you're gonna have those in both places. But the biggest factor, and renovations, if you renovate in house to house, I don't care if you move to the house next door, you're still gonna have a cost, right? But the difference, the biggest difference in fees is going to be your property taxes, because I'm telling you right now, they are more money in Jersey. Like, they are. They're just... It's a thing. It's a real thing. They are definitely more in Jersey. And I live in Jersey. I've lived there for, how old am I? I've lived there for 7 years. Jersey taxes are much, much higher. Even in my first house that was 2,000 square feet, it was higher. So we have to factor taxes into it if that is a determining factor for your monthly payments, right? Because if you want your monthly payments to be $3,000 a month or $4,000 a month, if your property taxes are 10 grand, hear me out. I mean, if your property taxes are $12,000, that's $1,000 a month on top of your mortgage, right? So if you only want it to be 4, your mortgage is going to have to be $3,000, right? And that's going to factor into how much you want to, spend. Because taxes are not, you're not walking into Jersey with $3,000 taxes and $4,000 taxes. They're all going to be higher if you are moving into any of the areas that we have just previously discussed. Okay, so people asked about schools and what do I think the best areas for schools are for. Now, I'm not allowed to tell you. You know this. Like, I have been so brutally honest with every single one of you on here. I could lose my freaking license if I tell you, okay? I don't know why they tie our hands as real estate agents. If I was to, you know what, maybe one day when I stop selling and I just own the brokerage, I will hang my light, like I will take my license and then I can tell you, but I legally hold a real estate license. I am the broker, I do run the company, but I still legally hold a license. And if you hold a real estate license in Staten Island, New York, you are not allowed to say if the schools are good, if the schools are bad, if you're walking distance to a train, if you're walking distance to the freaking front door. Why? Because they're gonna tell me that what if I'm discriminating, because what if Bob, this is Bob for reference, right? Bob right here can't walk 100 feet to the train. I just discriminated against Bob. Can you believe that? So they tie our hands. I am not allowed to tell you what I think of an area. If I love the area, if I hate the area, so I am never going to say any of that. I'm going to tell you, go to XYZ site, right? Just because it's not worth it for me to lose my license, right? But I am always going to tell you other things, right? Like I'm always, no matter what, like you're gonna know from how I say things, what I like and what I don't like, but I cannot legally tell you if a school is good or bad, or if an area is good or bad, or if it's in walking distance from a train. I'll tell you, I can walk to the train, or I can't live, I don't think I would live there. That's all I could do. And it's literally because New York City ties my hands, and they tie every real estate agent's hands. So if any real estate agent tells you any different, they are risking their license, okay? And sometimes it makes us like we don't know what we're talking about, but it's not us. It's not me. It's because I can't physically say it. But you can go to schools.org and you get the ratings right there. I actually have in my local living guides, I will have like a bunch of different websites that you can click on, like niche.com, schools.org, and you could physically look for yourself. I know it's a little more work for you, but that's how I have to do it. Is homeowners insurance policies more expensive in New Jersey, also like property tax? No. I use Danny Burns. Oh, two people asked the same question. Hold on. You find it difficult to get homeowners insurance on a property? No. Okay, so Di and Macy, no, I'm not finding it any difficult to get homeowners insurance at all for a regular property, unless it's like, there's like issues with certain properties. Like we had an issue with a property that had an in-ground pool with a slide and a diving board, and the insurance company didn't want to insure it. They wanted us to cut the slide. And we're like, why would we cut the slide? It's part of backyard. Like, so sometimes insurance companies do stupid shit like that, but like, and they know that we're going to put the slide up right away. Like, we're going to put it back up. So why would I cut it? We ended up using, what we did for that one is we ended up using the homeowners insurance company. So the new buyers just used theirs instead. And it was a transferable insurance company. So I think, who was it? It wasn't Geico. It was I forget the name. It was a bigger brand. And is home insurance policies more expensive? No. Homeowners insurance is not, I mean, it's what you put, right? It goes by the size of your house. It goes by if it's new construction, if it's renovated, if there's safety fixtures, if there's a sprinkler system in the house. So no, they're not, it's the same. But property taxes are a major, major, major difference. Macy, how are your property taxes where you are? Diane is in Staten Island with me. But Mace, how are your property taxes? So in New York, they're like, for the most part, except for like big mansions, they're under 10, they're under 8, right? 7. Some of them are 11, 12. Like this one, this property tax in this house and the ones all over here, we're gonna be closer to 20. But this is a 6,000 square foot house on a almost 20,000 square foot lot in the best location in Staten Island. For views, let me just show you a view. This is the view right here for everybody who, that is New York freaking city. Is that not the greatest view ever? Yes, we are cleaning the backyard, don't worry. That is the greatest view ever. So with views like this in Staten Island, that's the property taxes here. Ours are nothing, $2,000 a year. Holy smokes. This is why everybody leaves Staten Island. This is why they leave Staten Island, New Jersey. $2,000 a year. What's your average price point? 5, right? Or 700,000? I know that we upped your price. I know that you, like, we made, like, you're selling higher, but what is your average price point? Like in Staten Island, the average price point just hit 700,000. And that's crazy because that's so crazy that the average price point here is 700,000. Army at 350. Okay. Yeah, wow. That's crazy. That's so crazy. We just hit 700,000. Last year was like 650, but the prices are just going astronomical here. Astronomical. For coastal homes. Yeah, that's like Jersey by the water too. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. It was a quick day. My stage is coming soon. Does anybody have any questions in regards to, I guess, anything, right? Because I have some realtors on here. I have some homeowners on here. So if anybody has any questions, we can hang out for a few. Did I answer? Oh, the last question was commuting. I have a transportation guide, so just comment the transportation below. There are train stations in New Jersey. There are buses in New Jersey. It's not going to be like Staten Island, where there's Highland Boulevard and there's a bus that goes straight into Manhattan. Some of them you're going to have to do a transfer to Penn Station. Actually, most of them. I don't believe there's one that runs straight in. You're going to be dropped off to Penn Station for all of them. There is a couple ferries in New Jersey that go straight to the city, which is amazing. The one waterway, NY Waterway, if you Google that, or it's also in the guide if you drop the word transportation below. They have a battery park and a second location that they do a drop off. It's $28 a round trip, but you can, $28 $28 round trip there and back, or you could do like the monthly ones. So if you're doing $28, it's the same price really as driving, doing an easy pass and paying parking, right? The Staten Island ferry is free. Maybe one day the Jersey ferry will be free too. Do people live and work there? Work where? At the beach? Yes. If you're asking by in Jersey by the beach, yeah. Some people so we have a huge shoreline. So there's some people that live there full-time year-round. I have a penthouse coming up and there's 26 units in the building. 20 of them actually physically live there. The one that I have listed, funny story, the one that I'm putting up, which you guys have seen some sneak peeks of it. The homeowner bought it when the house was built, and he bought it for his son, and then the son, didn't, whatever happened. And then he actually doesn't live there. He uses it for business, which is so stinking smart. So he doesn't live there, but the other 20 people in the units do, and he has the largest penthouse in the building. You also don't see buildings with 26 units. They have private cabanas, and it's a $5 million penthouse all day long, all day. But it's a mix, right? And then if you go down to Point Pleasant and the shore, there's summer rentals there. Is this what you're asking though? I'm pretty sure this is what you're asking. If you go to Belmar and Point Pleasant, LBI, a lot of them are rentals, but people do live there. Still, it's both. So I can to invest and be able to, oh my gosh, when you have higher end clientele, you also learn so much. I love higher end clientele because the way they think, the way they speak, it just, I learned so much from just having a conversation with him. He doesn't even use it to live there. He uses it literally for business. When he has a consulting firm, when his clients need a place to stay, and it's a tax write-off. With my price point, I'm curious of what types of jobs. Okay, let's think about. So a lot of them are going to be entrepreneurs, right? That's just my avatar because I work well with entrepreneurs because I do it too, right? Sales, your typical. Let's see. Okay, my last client. Who owns this house? The person who owns this house. We're listing this house for 2.6, I believe. The person who owns this house, and this could easily be renovated and sold for 4.2, 4.3. We're not renovating the whole thing. We did paint. We did all that. She was a psychologist, so she was a She's alive. She's a doctor. The person who owns this house. So that's one of my clientels. My clientele in Long Branch, the penthouse that's coming up, is a consultant. He was a decorated Army sergeant who then retired, and because he's so smart, he made his own consulting firm because everybody wanted his knowledge, right? So he's a consultant. Another house I sold, he's a doctor in, I'm thinking of the higher end homes. He's a doctor in Staten Island University, the heart wing. So between doctors, doctors, and they're going to be all self-employed. I have another one coming up, 1.6 in Lanoka Harbor, that's in Jersey. They bought it and flipped it. So it's entrepreneurs, right? That's my entrepreneurs is my clientele. I have another lady who's going to be selling her house in Staten Island and moving to New Jersey. She's in sales, medical fields, right? So my clientele is sales, medical, is either doctors, but most of them are entrepreneurs themselves because that's the clientele that's going to buy at that price point, right? Entrepreneurs. You're not going to be able to have a $250,000 job, unfortunately, and buy a $5 million property. If you're buying a $5 million property, you have to have $20 million income, right? You can't make $5 million and buy something for $5. You can, but you're not going to do that because you go in debt, right? So if your client, if you're at $1 million price point, your clients have to have $3-4 million coming in. So then you have to think, what jobs do people at that price point have? And that goes back to Macy, since you're the one asking, with our avatars, right? Who's our avatar? What do we want them to be, right? Because we get to pick and choose who we work with. I pick and choose to work with people that sell homes in Staten Island and move to New Jersey. because I enjoy it, because I did it. So I know like if they're getting bullshitted or not from one way or another, because when I got bullshitted when I went into Jersey. So that's why I pick it. And I pick luxury because I higher my price point, and I love marketing. I love creating. I can't wait to see what this house, like the videos for this house. You have to see the video for the penthouse that just came up. Like, I love being creative, and being creative with houses and videos. That's what I love. So, but yeah. All right, does anybody have any more questions? Because then I'm gonna shut this down for the day. What a great session. I'm gonna wait on for like another minute. Macy, we'll catch up. Maybe you and I will do a live next week. That'd be cool. We haven't done one in like a month. All right, if nobody has any more questions, enjoy your Fridays. I will put a chat box in, like a question in my stories for questions next week, and I will see you all next Friday. But I'll see you on my stories. Bye. Oh, wait. So what's the difference between a lower end million home and an upper end million home? What do you mean? A lower end and an upper end? Like a 1 million and a 5 million? A lower end. So selling wise, numbers don't scare me. Everything's the same. You have to treat everybody the same. I treat every house like it's a luxury house. Like my marketing, okay, so 1 million and a 5 million. So my marketing, no matter what house I'm in, is for a $25 million house. Like nobody gets like, so the marketing for the penthouse is the same marketing for this house. Would be the same marketing I would use for a $700,000 house. Comps are different. Oh, it depends on the area, right? So in Toad Hill, where I am right now, there's houses that go for $1.5 million, and there's houses that go for $7 million, right? It's gonna just depend on the actual house, the property size. This is a very exclusive area. Since our average price point, think about it, our average price point here is $700,000. So $1 million is not that far from our average price point, right? We just got a deal that's a semi-attached. I don't know if you know what that is. A semi is, this is the house, right? A semi is 2 houses together, 2 different addresses, 2 different people live in it, but it's a semi. We just got a semi under contract. Actually, the inspection's happening right in an hour for $975,000. Okay? There was 8 offers on the property. We have the buy side. One of my agents have the buy side on it. What? And that was in Staten Island, right? So for a semi, but marketing wise, you have every house gets marketed the same. Comps are going to be the comps just like you do your comps. And it's a higher ends. Numbers are the same. It's not. I know people think it's scary, like, oh, it's like $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. No, if you're working at that price point, there's other houses over there. And if you're in an area and everything's $1 million and these people want $5 million, guess what? They're just priced too high, right? You got to be realistic. And one thing I can tell you that I never, ever, ever do, I never lie about numbers. I'm never going to be that agent that's going to tell you, you know what? You want $5 million? Let's try it. It's never going to happen. Ever. I'll never lie because it's a waste of my time, your time, and then at the end of the day, you're going to hate me. So why would I do that? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And anybody in my company can tell you that my numbers are always spot on point. I call it before I see it. It's like a gift and a curse, right? No, it's a gift because you need to know numbers. But all right, anybody have any more questions? Hi guys that are new here. Anybody have any more questions? Mace, any more questions? Whew, let me get my coffee. I don't know why I tried to hide it. I didn't really hide it. Oh, I cannot fall. Did you just see that? I almost just slid on my ass. All right. If nobody has any more questions, have the most amazing day, and I will see you guys in my stories and next Friday. I know, right? I'm so excited. Bye, guys.